To temper some expectations, if you're not planning on playing maddening difficulty, this build may not be as spicy for you. This is another one of those generically good builds that don't require a specific unit or even an emblem ring. Anyone can do it, though some may be better at it for your team due to personal skills or min and max stat distributions. And some of you may already know of this insanely degenerate setup, but if you don't, no worries, that's why I'm here. I got your back. Bond rings are a topic of many controversies due to the random nature of what you get and how many bond fragments you may have to spend for the skill that you want, unless you abuse a certain method to snipe that bond ring. If you want more information on that, check out my all S-rank bond ring videos on the top right widget. There's a pinned comment that a user shared showing how to do this method, but even taking into account the bond ring skill, emblem rings usually are just plain better because not only do they give skills, they give engage attacks, and they also give significant stat bonuses the higher your bond level is with that ring. Yet, even with all of this in mind, one bond ring stands head and shoulders above the rest because it enables a very strong interaction. Claude's S-rank bond ring comes with the skill of Wind God. At full HP, bows are granted 1 extra range. 3 range bows are very hard to counter, and if we apply this to longbows, which will now give you 4 range, enemies just flat out cannot counter you. That may sound just pretty good at first, but in maddening mode, if the enemy gets a chance to retaliate, you may end up with a dead unit very often. But free damage is not even the point of this video. It's actually the interaction with chain attacks. Even if your 4 range longbow attack does 0 damage, if you have 2, 3, 4, or 5 backup units standing around ready to do chain attacks, you're gonna end up doing like 25 or 30 damage with that one longbow shot at safe range, which can really make or break a boss encounter. But that's just one half of the equation. The other half is that units that can participate as a chain attacker as well from 3 range or 4 range are extremely rare. Anyone that can do it will probably have to equip Lucina's ring and become a backup. For example, if you want a mage to participate at 3 range with Thora. And oddly enough, in this game we have access to one backup advanced class with access to bows in the form of warriors. And this is actually insane, because pairing up Wind God with a backup unit means not only can you double snipe from 3 range with strong bows, but you can also participate in chain attacks from 3 or even 4 range. Most people who use this build like to equip the inheritable skill Dual Assist to extend the range of this chain attack build, which makes sense, but I don't really think you need to do that. It may be better to focus on front loading that damage when whoever is running this build attacks the enemy, because at 3 or 4 range, not only will the unit not take up valuable space for other backup units, but they can also be much more easy to position alongside 3 other units for a 4 refresh dance from Violet. So inheritable skills like Draconic Hex and Lunar Brace seem especially good here. If you choose to go with Draconic Hex, when you attack, you reduce the foe's stats by -4 and the penalty becomes less strong each turn. This can be especially nice because not only will you be reducing defense and resistance for your entire team, but you're also going to be reducing their strength, magic, and speed, giving your melee units an opportunity to survive a retaliation hit. This would make the Wind God unit an initiator for those boss killing rounds. Lunar Brace is just straight up true damage scaling off of your enemy's defense. At its maximum upgrade level, it takes 30%. And in maddening difficulty, especially in the late game, enemies will have really high defense stats, so you're going to be doing a lot of damage. Can't really go wrong here. Plus strength or plus strength / dex is also another good alternative, just raw damage. Canter works really well here as well, because now you can attack at 3 range with a stronger bow, such as an engraved and refined radiant bow. Move back 1 space and have another unit with a 3 range tome or bow come to that unit, trade to a longbow, and then attack with their thing, and you're gonna get a chain attack on that 3 range attack as well. This build sounds great and all, but please don't kill yourself over trying to get this S-rank bond ring. There are many other degenerate builds that you can use that are much easier to access. For example, the Dual Assist hero setup. If you'd like to learn more about that, check out the widget on the top right of the screen. What are your thoughts on the Wind God Warrior? Would you rather use this over some of the emblem rings you have access to? Let us know in the comments below. If you're having a good time, consider leaving a like and subscribing for more Fire Emblem engaged content. Thanks. If you would like to participate in jolly cooperations that is relay trials to earn very nice rewards like permanent stat boosters, you're in luck. Every Friday for the foreseeable future, I'll be dropping some relay trial codes in my community posts, and I encourage everybody to share theirs in this post as well. So if you don't want to miss it, turn your notifications on to all. While the Wind God build is more offensive in nature, I'd like to introduce you to a more defensive sustained tank setup featuring Ike and Diamant. Video on screen right now. My name is Varsona, and I'll see you in the next video.